Augmented reality is the best skill to learn in 2023. With the launch of Apple's Vision Pro and Meta's Quest 3, our phones will be soon replaced by these hyper-immersive AR and VR devices. And if you want to be at the forefront of this cutting-edge technology and build immersive experiences, then this video is for you. I'm Varun Raikar, a professional AI designer and developer. I've been publishing AR experiences since 3 years now. I have built experiences that have generated over billions of impressions worldwide on Instagram and Facebook. And I've also worked with industry-leading brands such as Meta, T-Series, Discovery, Bosch, and many more. I've also been featured as the face of AR in Meta's 2021's Fuel for India campaign. If I was starting my AR journey from scratch, then this is exactly how I would do it. For those of you that don't know, augmented reality is the tech that allows us to place digital objects on top of the real world and interact with them in real time. You and me, we use AR all the time. From Snapchat filters to IKEA's app, AR is fading lines between reality and imagination. So how exactly do you become an AR creator? Let's answer that question. I have divided this into 5 sections and we also have a bonus session. So stick around if you don't want to miss it. What exact system requirements do you need to start building in AR? To begin with, you need a decently powerful laptop because working with 3D environments is very resource intensive. You can get started with any gaming laptop that is available on the market right now with at least 8 GB of RAM and 4 GB of graphics with an i5 or a higher processor. If you're buying a Mac, then make sure you get MacBook Pro with M2 or higher processor. I started my creative journey with a very old assembled PC back in 2015-2016ish. It had like 1 GB of graphics and 4 GB of RAM with an i3 processor. Back then I was doing video editing and photo editing. For that it was fine. But then later, as I earned more money through freelancing, I kept on upgrading my setup. Now I have this fully spec'd out assembled machine with the Ryzen 7 2700X and 8 GB of graphics along with 64 GB of RAM. And also I use a MacBook Pro 16-inch if I'm traveling anywhere. So once you start making decent money with augmented reality, I'd suggest you to keep upgrading your setup and also invest in one of these VR headsets like Meta Quest 2, Quest 3, Quest Pro, or if you have the budget, get the Vision Pro. That's it. Now let's talk about the tools. If you're a beginner, then I would highly suggest you to start with social AR because it's the easiest one to start with and you'll also get that wow factor of building something cool in AR really fast. For those of you who don't know, social AR is when we build augmented reality experiences for social media platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, or TikTok. Within social AR, we have 3 different tools. The first one being Meta Spark Studio. This tool is by Meta themselves. We use this tool to make AR filters or AR effects for Instagram and Facebook. Next, we have Lens Studio. We can use this tool to make lenses for Snapchat. Next, we have Effect House, with which we can build filters or effects for TikTok. Right now, TikTok is banned in India, but still we can use Effect House to build experiences for our clients. So it's a good thing to learn Effect House as well. I started my journey with Metaspark, then learned Lens Studio. Later, I also got into Effect House because there was a client requirement. I'll shortly share the best places to learn these tools. Once you know the basics of these tools, you need to learn how to create, modify, and animate 2D textures. For this, you can use Figma, Photoshop, and After Effects. Finally, you need to learn how to create 3D assets. For this, you can use tools like Blender, Cinema 4D, or Maya. Just choose one and stick with it. Inside of these tools, get familiar with 3D modeling, texturing, and animation, and also exporting for AR. So now let's talk about a bit more advanced tools that an intermediate AR creator can learn. For this, I'd recommend learning 8th Wall to create web AR experiences, and you need to learn programming languages like JavaScript, A-Frame, and 3JS. A-Frame is based on 3JS. So if you know 3JS, then you're good to go. Why 8th Wall? Because it's affordable and it's the industry standard and it has the most complete set of features that any web AR tool offers right now. Finally, as an expert AR creator, you should learn the ins and outs of Unity. You should be able to work in Unity and also incorporate third-party SDKs into your AR creation process and be able to program with C#. We use Unity to build native AR applications. So there are 3 types of AR, right? As we have already discussed. That is social AR, we have web AR, and the third one we have native AR. Social AR is the AR effects or experiences that live on these social media platforms. Second one, web AR. So here we create AR experiences that live on the web. So anyone can experience this through their phone browser. It's as simple as that. And the third one, we build a native AR application, something like Pokemon Go. So now let's talk about the skills that you require to become a successful AR creator. The most important 3 skills are these. Working knowledge of an AR creation tool. We have already talked about these AR creation tools in the previous section. Ability to create assets that can be 2D, 3D or audio assets. logic building and problem solving skills. Here you use your programming knowledge. One more misconception that people have is I cannot build AR experiences if I don't know how to code. Let me tell you my story. I don't come from a computer science background because I'm a mechanical engineer by degree. Still, I was able to create fantastic AR experiences without writing single line of code on Metaspark. So you don't need to know how to code to build amazing AR experiences, but it's really useful if you want to go and become an expert AR creator. That's why I've also started learning programming since this year, and it has made my job as AR creator really simple, because not only you can make advanced level effects, but your projects will be more optimized. As you move from beginner to expert stage, your depth of knowledge and the range of tools will keep on increasing. Let's now talk about where and how to learn these skills that we have been discussing so far. So for Spark AR, Meta has their own Metaspark blueprint, which will take you from a beginner AR creator to an advanced level AR creator. They even touch upon scripting, 3D modeling, and how to optimize these 3D models, and a lot of topics. They also have a podcast known as AR Debrief. You should check it out. Through that, you can learn the tips and tricks that is used in this industry. Next, we have Lens Studio. So Snap AR has their own Lens Studio Foundations course. I'll link it down below. Finally, we have Effect House. Effect House has their own YouTube playlist. It's called Effect House Crash Course, which will take you from a beginner to an intermediate level Effect House creator. And there are many Effect House tutorials on YouTube which you can check out to make a specific AR effect. And next, for Web AR, we have 8Ball, and they have launched their own mini course called 8 Academy. It takes you from a beginner to intermediate level web AR creator, and it has 5 lessons. Finally, we have Unity. So Unity has their own learning platform known as Unity Learn, where they'll teach you the basics of Unity, and also they'll teach you how to build AR and VR experiences, and it's available for free. So what are you waiting for? If you want to learn Unity, just get on and start learning. I've compiled all these resources that I've mentioned and everything that in this video in an ebook. So if you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get that ebook for free. I'll be soon making a free mini course on YouTube for all these platforms. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out when it comes out. Let's discuss the learning approach you should take when it comes to AR. First, I want you to pick one AR creation tool, one 2D asset creation tool, and one 3D asset creation tool, and learn the basics of these 3 tools. I've already provided the resources for you. Next, once you learn them, you need to practice these skills. And the best way to practice as a beginner is to recreate other people's work, so that you break down these big projects into smaller chunks and study the mind of the creator. This way, you'll also get to know new techniques that you didn't know earlier. The second tip is you can use ChatGPT to generate hypothetical problem statements and also project briefs. This will help you increase your quantity of work. The third point is take part in hackathons and competitions that are going on right now. Hackathons are great because you can challenge yourself and solve real-world problems under the pressure of deadline. This will help you become faster in your AR effect creation process. You also get to showcase your skills, meet like-minded people and also industry leaders, and build a network with them. Also, follow me on Instagram because I keep posting updates and news related to immersive technology and competitions or hackathons that are going on right now. So here is the final tip when it comes to learning. That is feedback. So connect with me on Instagram and send me your work, and also join these communities that are available. Meta has their own Spark AR community on Facebook. Lens Studio also has their own forum. And we also have our own community known as XDG community. It's started by a couple of my friends in Mumbai. They conduct these monthly meetups where you get to learn different AR tools and also have lots of fun doing so. I know I have mentioned a lot of things. You don't need to do everything at once. Just take one tool or one skill and take your time learning it, and then move to the second one. You take things step by step and keep going. Remember that action is expensive, but inaction costs a fortune. So after you have done all this, you're more than ready to take on client projects and make some money. So on that topic, let's move to the next section where I will tell you how you can make money as an AR creator. This is the most awaited chapter. Can you make money as an AR creator? If yes, then how much can you make as an AR creator? So let's get into it. I'll first answer the latter question, that is how much can you make as an AR creator. If you're a beginner and have done your internship, then you'll get somewhere around 4 to 7 LPA as beginner. And then if you have more than 1 year of experience, you'll get around 7 to 12 LPA. If someone's an expert and knows all the tools that I've mentioned, then you can expect to earn 15 to 25 LPA. Here in India and in US, the base salary is around $80,000. I've personally never worked in a job. These numbers is what I found through some research and asking some friends of mine who already work in a job. For freelancers, there's no cap. I started out as a freelancer and later switched to an agency model as my workload and revenue increased. I'll make a separate video on freelancing, how much you should charge, what's the process like from beginning to end, what tools do I use for freelancing, and all of those details. So subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss that video. And if you're interested in the freelancing track, I'd highly recommend you to read this book called Pajama Profit. It's written by Varun Maya and Abhinav Chikara. Abhinav Chikara is also one of my mentors, and the book is amazing. You should definitely give it a read. You can probably finish that book in a day or two. So the next way you can make money is building your own products. So what do I mean by that? You need to identify common needs and challenges that arise in the AI development process and make templates to address them. Then people will pay you to buy these templates. These templates can serve as the foundation for the projects that they're working on. We can also make 3D models, animations, complete AR projects, or even snippets of code that can be used in a script. And once you have identified what are the problems that you're solving, you can sell these templates on Etsy or Gumroad. The next method is AR consultation. You can provide consultations to the businesses that are interested in implementing AR in their own business but are unsure where to start. You can advise on their strategy, app development, UI UX, and many more things that you have already learned. To succeed in this avenue, you need to build a good network of business owners and decision makers. Finally, we come to AR training and education. If you enjoy teaching, then consider making your own courses or making your own videos like how I am doing right now. You could create an online workshop or an online course, or even offer one-on-one consultation and charge for it. These are 4 ways of making money as an AR creator. Of course, it's not just limited to this. You can apply your own spin and come up with your own technique or method to make money with AR, because people are making money doing anything these days. So finally, we have discussed everything you need to become an AR creator. I know it might be a lot, so take things one by one and also go through the PDF that I will give you with all the resources that I've mentioned, and let me know if you have any doubts or questions in the comment section. Now let's talk about the bonus that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. So this bonus tip is about building your own portfolio. So where do you build your portfolio as an AR creator? The best is your social media platforms like Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. These 4 platforms are a must. Then once you have presence on these 4 platforms, I want you to build your own website. You can use no-code tools like Framer or Webflow and build your own website. And Framer has its own Framer AI with which you can build your own portfolio website. You can just tell it, build me a portfolio website, and it will do it for you. How cool is that? On this portfolio website, write case studies of all the projects that you have already done. It might be your personal projects or the projects that you have done for your clients. Case studies will help you a lot in getting inbound leads. And Medium is the best platform to post these case studies. So that's a little bonus tip for you there. This will also be included inside the PDF that you'll get. And there you have it, folks. That's all that I had to say regarding becoming an AR creator in 2023, the complete roadmap. Hit the subscribe button if you have found this helpful, and stay tuned for more such amazing videos in the future.